I myself, Dr. Rakesh Kumar, Department of Sociology, SKJ Law College, Muzaffarpur, Bihar. Today, again, I am in front of you on the same topic known as the marriage. Today, we will discuss about the aims of marriage for pre-law part 1. In previous classes, we have discussed about what is meaning, definition, and types of marriage, and how many types of marriage among Hindu community on the basis of their rituals. Today we will go through the aims of the marriage. The aims of marriage is to regulate all religious activities in our society. Without marriage, we will not think about the religion in every ages of the society. For regulation of religion, there is a great need of the marriage process, because marriage is a sacrament in Hindu community, and in marriage we celebrate so many religious activities. So in Hindu religion, the religious activities is not possible without husband and wife. They both have to present for the religious activities. If there is absent of anyone, husband and wife, the religious activities is not going to recognized by our Hindu mythology or Hindu concept. So there is a great need of the marriage. Marriage provides permanent system of the society. Through marriage, we established kinship and family system. Through marriage, our family is going to recognize as a permanent concept of the society. So, marriage have great importance. And what is the aim? The aim of the marriage is not to celebrate any type of religious activities only, but we have to maintain our society in every ages. So marriage is also need for maintaining society in every ages. When we are living in society, first at the age of the 25, that age is recognized as a learning period of the people according to Hindu mythology. After 25, we enter into the household system through marriage process. So without marriage, it is not possible to enter in household system. So there is a great importance of marriage to enter into the household system. Without marriage, we are not going to celebrate any yagya, because for celebrating or for continue any religious activities, there is a need of presence of husband and wife. When we are talking about Vyasa Smriti, in that any people got salvation without going through without visit any religious places. When we will follow the rules of household in our regular life, then there is no need to go to any religious places, and after that we will get the salvation. When we are following regularly, properly, the rule and regulation of the household, which is made for us by the society or by the people of the society. So, when we are talking about the murder, we have talked about the aims of the marriage, that production, permanent sexual satisfaction, economic help, and production and rearing of the children is a basic aims of the marriage. But only according to Murdoch, this is not a aims. There is another aims of the marriage also. When we are talking about the another sociologist, I come in conclusion that according to myself, the aims of the marriage is to provide permanent sexual satisfaction to the members of the family, production and rearing of the children, to regulate religion in every ages of the society, to establish family and kinship system, and to provide social control to the individuals and the society, to the individuals in the society. So they have religion have great role, and how religion will present in front of us, it is only in front of us through the marriage process. So religion have a great role. Religion have some aims. कहने का मतलब यह है कि विवाह का उद्देश्य हमारे जीवन में अस्थायी यौन संतुष्टि करण प्रदान करना, बच्चों का उत्पादन और उसकी देखभाल करना, धर्म की उपस्थिति विभिन्न पीढ़ियों में बनाए रखना, समाज में नातेदारी और परिवार की व्यवस्था को विकसित करना, समाज में व्यक्तियों पर नियंत्रण रखना, ये सब विवाह का उद्देश्य होता है। व्यास स्मृति के अनुसार जब कोई व्यक्ति गृहस्थ जीवन जीता है, क्योंकि हम गृहस्थ जीवन में जाने से पहले जो हमारा जीवन का 25 साल होता है वह पढ़ाई का समय होता है। 25 साल की उम्र पा लेने के बाद हम सभी एक गृहस्थ जीवन में प्रवेश करते हैं और गृहस्थ जीवन में विवाह के माध्यम से प्रवेश करते हैं। और जब हम अपने जीवन में गृहस्थ जीवन को और गृहस्थ जीवन से संबंधित नियमों को भली भांति अपने जीवन में अपनाते हैं तो किसी तीर्थ स्थल पर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है मोक्ष प्राप्ति के लिए। हमको मोक्ष की प्राप्ति घर में ही मिल जाती है, और यह तभी संभव है जब विवाह की परंपरा से हम गुजरें, जो हमारे समाज के पूर्वजों ने बना कर दिया है, और यह अभी तक हमारे समाज में वर्तमान है, विद्यमान है, क्योंकि इसकी कहीं न कहीं कोई न कोई महत्ता होगी और इनसे हमारे कहीं न कहीं किसी उद्देश्य की पूर्ति होती होगी। इसलिए विभिन्न समाजशास्त्रियों के द्वारा दिया गया जो definition है, the definition which is given by McIver and Page, according to him, marriage is a group where there is permanent sexual satisfaction for the production and rearing of the children. ये क्या है? विवाह जो है वह अस्थायी यौन संतुष्टिकरण प्रदान करता है बच्चों के उत्पादन के लिए, उसके लालन पालन के लिए। But nowadays, who is not a literate person, they produce again and again children because in their mind the aims of the marriage is only to satisfy their sexual needs and produce their children. But after that, they forget what is the aims of the marriage. The aims of the marriage is to go through the permanent sexual satisfaction, production of the children, and rearing of the children. Rearing of the children is a main important thing for fulfillment of the marriage, aims of the marriage. यानी अस्थायी यौन संतुष्टिकरण, बच्चों का उत्पादन, ये तो सब कर लेते हैं, लेकिन बच्चों का उत्पादन उतना ही हो जिसकी देखभाल, उसके अति आवश्यकताओं की पूर्ति जब हम भली भांति कर लेते हैं तो कहा जाता है कि वी हैव फुलफिल्ड द एम्स ऑफ द मैरिज। विदाउट एनी दैट टाइप ऑफ द फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ द मैरिज, एम्स ऑफ द मैरिज, we cannot regulate our society. So, the illiterate people only think about sexual satisfaction and production of the children. That's why they are producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children, and they are not providing, they are not fulfilling their essentialities on the time. So, this is not a aims of the marriage. So, my dear people, we have to think that marriage is a very good process which is made by our society to make our society civilized. Without marriage, a person is moving hither and thither for their sexual satisfaction, and that process is not social sanctioned by our society. The family arrange marriage for their members, and that marriage is social sanctioned by the society, and then they are providing permanent sexual satisfaction. But few peoples who have not gone through the marriage process and they are fulfilling their sexual needs, that is not accepted by the society. It is not a aims of the marriage. Without marriage, a man is not going to recognize as a man according to our society, because in Hindu mythology, a man is recognized as a man when they have gone through a marriage process, they made a family, and they established lineage system in their different ages of the society. So, मनुष्य बिना विवाह का अपूर्ण मनुष्य माना जाता है. उसके बिना मनुष्य की कल्पना नहीं की जा सकती है. हिंदू मैथोलॉजी में पूर्ण मनुष्य वही है जो वैवाहिक कार्यक्रम के द्वारा परिवार का निर्माण करता है और अपने सदस्यों की देखभाल और उनकी आवश्यकताओं की पूर्ति करता है. तो जब ये इन सब कामों को कर लेता है तो कहा जाता है उसको मोक्ष की प्राप्ति हो गई. मोक्ष की प्राप्ति यानी कि जब वैवाहिक कार्यक्रम को, बच्चों का उत्पादन, उसकी देखभाल और उसको देखभाल कर एक अच्छा नागरिक, उसका समाजीकरण कर एक अच्छा नागरिक बनाने का काम करते हैं, तो कहा जा सकता है कि हमने विवाह के उद्देश्य की पूर्ति की और हमारे मनुष्य योनि में जन्म लेने का एक मकसद की पूर्ति हम लोगों ने किया है. इसलिए विभिन्न समाजशास्त्रियों ने विभिन्न तरह से इसको समझाने का काम किया है. अभी nowadays we are watching TV. On that TV, the Ramayana is going on. In that Ramayana, the Ram want to go through the religious activities known as Ashwamedh Yagna. But there is question in front of him. For religious ceremony, we are knowing, when I have already delivered lecture, that in that religious ceremony there is a great need of husband and wife. In front of Ram, Sita is not present. How he will celebrate Ashwamedh Yagna? It is not possible according to Hindu mythology. So, Bharat have given some advice about Ashwamedh Yagna, and when they started discussing in front of the rishi of priest of that time, they come in conclusion that we have to make one golden statue of the Sita, and when we start this Ashwamedh Yagna, at that time Sita will present as a golden statue nearby Ram, and this way we can start Ashwamedh Yagna. Without this, it is not possible. And they are not knowing about the Sita, where she is living at that time. So, and they have to do this Ashwamedh Yagna. So, why they have gone through this type of the activities? Because in Hindu mythology, without wife, any religious ceremony is not possible. So that's why in that period, all the priests who have a knowledge about the religion, they give this type of decision to Ram for the Ashwamedh यज्ञ. हमारे निष्कर्ष के तौर पर हम यह कह सकते हैं कि हिंदू धर्म में विवाह एक धार्मिक संस्कार है. Why we call marriage is a religious sacrament? It is a sacrament because all the marriage which is celebrated by the Hindu community, they have to gone through so many religious activities known as Kanyadan, Sindurdan, Lajja Hom Sanskar, Saptapadi Sanskar, Agni Parinat Sanskar. These all are the religious activities which we started when we begin marriage. And it will take whole night. When we celebrate this type of religious activities in Hindu, for the Hindu marriage, it will take whole night, and after this celebration, we complete our marriage process. That's why the Hindu marriage is a sacrament. And for this sacrament, we have a need of husband and wife. Without this, it is not possible. So, my dear students, today I have already delivered a lecture on aims of marriage, and somewhat I have talked about the Hindu marriage is a sacrament. In next classes, I deliver lecture on one question. The question is that how Hindu marriage is a sacrament and Muslim marriage is a social contract. Then I will end this marriage, and after that we will enter into the divorce system. What is divorce and another thing. So my dear students, thank you for today and prepare notes. Okay, thank you.